No, it is July 4th week, red, white, and blue. And so I really wanted to comment. I'm not often in the political arena, but July 4th is a big deal. And having lived abroad for 10 years, I am a very proud American, not because our country is perfect or at its peak these days, in my opinion, but because there's a lot here. We have done a lot over time, good, bad, and ugly, but there is a fundamental sense of values and independence and kindness in our best manifestation and time that is I'm really proud to be a part of, to say nothing of the creativity and innovation and free enterprise. Again, a lot not good. And it is important to me always to celebrate our country on the 4th of July in a very eyes wide open way. And the piece that is so well timed that I really want to shine a light on is around public land. So I've had a 9-year partnership with the National Park Service. We get to recruit and train and develop the leadership of these unbelievably talented, hardworking, and impact-seeking grad students who come to the National Park Service and get spread out around the country to work on business challenges in national parks. It's beautiful. And we spend a week at the beginning of every summer in a park doing the training and getting them on board. So I have gotten to have this really nerdy backstage insight to the National Park Service and the budgeting and the laws and the policy that comes down and the guidance and all of the machinations of the Department of Interior and then the Park Service itself and then the individual parks and the regions. It's a zoo in there, but really brilliant, beautiful, important, and unique in the world organization. I know that too, that our partners, who are kind of internal consultants essentially to the Park Service, are called all over the world to help spread and share and develop best practices for other national park systems that are either very new or not as tightly protected or regulated. And so when this big, beautiful bill came down with a monstrous, terrifying intent to sell public land, I took note. Again, I can't claim to be hugely tuned in. There are occasional things that hit my radar that I absolutely fire emails off to my state representatives or others that matter. But this one got my attention. I got through not quite all 100, but about 80 senators, very heavily relying on ChatGPT to write, a customized version of an email saying, do not allow for this sell-off of public lands. There is no portrayal of that, which is a good idea, right? The housing excuse, the budgetary excuse, absolutely do not stand up to any kind of neutral best practice scrutiny. And so, hallelujah, we are there. It is out of the bill. I am certain that, the people who are smartest and most involved in this issue would say, don't let up our guard. If it was on the table once, it will come back. And so we need to stay really sharp on that. But hallelujah, it is important that we started the national park system. Again, not a perfect start. It was, a lot of kind of the robber barons, the Rockefellers and other wealthy families had a lot to do with buying up land to protect their own lifestyle and their own views, right? Whether in Acadia, Maine, or certainly I was just in Nantucket, half of the island is public land because wealthy folks, want to keep that wild, and it is beautiful. So we need to do work, which the National Park Service in a lot of ways is doing, to increase access. Every 4th grader gets a pass for the national park so their family can enjoy that resource. There's a lot more to be done. But the point is, it is important that we have that system. It is important that we have these hundreds of millions of acres of land and that we not sell them off. So happy birthday to the United States. Congratulations to a Montana senator, as well as many others who got that done. And congratulations to all of us who, wrote our form emails and supported the people who were already going to block the bill. And who knows, maybe exerted some pressure on the folks who were going to let it slip through. I think that's worth celebrating. So whether a hot dog or a tofu dog or, just an ear of corn or whatever else you might be having to celebrate, happy birthday to our great and flawed nation, and hallelujah to the protection of our public lands.